It's in an antenna, and we're just trying to come out of hibernation.
Hang on, listen, it's like almost as big as your head or something.
It's an amazing place. It's right off the road there on the way to Tampa, off the main drag through there.
What's up, Mike? I'm all better.
J'ai pas tourné l'antenne, vous êtes 54, 5 et 4 en pointe de modulation. Je suis actuellement biné à 300 degrés. Pas dans votre direction, pas biné en direction de l'Algérie.
This is KB2UKA is the frequency in use. This is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha is the frequency in use, is the frequency occupied. CQ20, KB2UKA, CQ20, Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha, calling CQ20 meters, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening. CQ, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, CQ 20 meters, KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, any station, anywhere, standing by and listening.
Whiskey 9, Delta Julia Papa.
Victoria, November.
Whiskey 9 only. Go ahead, Whiskey 9.
Whiskey 9, Delta Julia Papa. Dave, I'm located in South Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is right on the Great Lake, Michigan. How are you today?
All right, Dave, Roger. Name here is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York, about 50 miles east of New York City. Our third contact, last one was September. We had two contacts in September of 2020. So a little bit of time there. Sounding good, 5-8. How copy, over?
Oh, I got you 5-9 plus a smidge over.
All right, good. It's working. Station here is a Sunsdr2dx, running a Mercury amplifier, doing about 1.2 kilowatts into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 ground radials. Whole lot of wire out there, and a legal limit remote tuner, and all the audio was processed virtually in Logic Pro. Over.
Yeah, I'm just running an Icon 7300, 49-to-1 homemade balun, and a 66-foot end-fed wire going from 25 to 30 feet, and that is running east to west.
Well, it's doing a great job for you. Sounding good into Long Island this afternoon. And thank you for the third contact. Also, Dave, I'm live on YouTube. So if you want to hear how you sound into New York at any time, you don't have to do it now. Just put my call, Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, into the search box of YouTube. You'll find the second video I did today. I think it's called Maybe a Little 20. And you're the, let's see, I think you're the first QSO on there. Yeah, we're about 4 minutes in. So if you want to fast forward it, you'll find it. 73, my friend, God bless and have a great day.
73, and I'll definitely look that up to see how it sounds. Have a great afternoon and enjoy the good weather. Whiskey 9, Delta Julia Papa out.
All right, David, take care. KB2UKA, QRZ. Kilo Golf, number 8, Victoria. Bernard, good to speak with you again, Bernard. Fourth contact for us. Last one was April of last year. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. I'll give you a signal report next transmission. How copy? Over.
Okay, Doug. Valid copy. I'm in South Florida today, running about 400 watts. I don't know, about 500 watts, and a 24-foot long end bed from the balcony railing here to a tree at about 40 feet. And yes, I see the other contacts, 20, 40, and 40. So nice to work you again with a good signal. A little bit of an echo, but good signal down here today, Doug. Good.
Yes, audio is very subjective. That is side-chained plating. That's in there on purpose. Yep, you got those log dates completely accurate. Station here, Sunsdr2dx, 1200 watts. Using a brand new microphone. Not just new to me, but new to the market. Probably got released about 2 weeks ago. It's an SE Electronics Dynacaster. It has a built-in it's a dynamic mic with a built-in 30 dB preamp. And that runs directly into my Focusrite audio interface. And then all the audio is processed in a virtual rack in Logic Pro. So good to hear you again, Bernard. God bless. Have a great Saturday, and I hope to catch you another time. Kilo Golf 8 Victor, KB2UKA 73.
Okay, Doug. Enjoy the equipment there, and I guess you like to play with audio, so have fun with that as well. 7-3 for now.
Okay, take care, my friend. KB2UKA QRZ.
Kilo India 5, everybody go home.
Kilo India 5, everybody go home. Echo Golf Hotel, QSL?
QSL, that's usually everybody go home, I'm currently parked on the air at a park in northeastern Oklahoma. You've got a beautiful signal over here.
Ah, great, John, great. My name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf. I've got a low copy on you, but I hear you Q5. I'm guessing you're about 4x7. I wasn't looking at the meter. Yeah, this, I haven't been on 20 meters, God, in probably 2 months. I've been hanging out with the bad crowd on 40 and 80. But figured I got some time to kill in the afternoon, so why not hop on 20? I'm running about 1,200 watts into a 43-foot vertical, 65-foot radials, 125 of them, and a legal limit remote tuner right at the base of the antenna. Over. QSL. Yep, you're about a 3x6, so QSB is starting to come in. But I really appreciate the contact, John. Doing a great job doing that POTA. And this is our first contact, so I hope we have many more. Also, I'm live on YouTube. So when you get home, KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube. We are just about, for your records, about 9 minutes in. You'll be able to hear and see your signal report exactly as I'm copying you. So Kilo India 4, everybody go home from KB2UKA 73.
Correction on the call sign is Kilo India 5, Echo Golf Hotel. Kilo India 5, Echo Golf Hotel. Thanks for what you're doing, and I will definitely look at the YouTube channel. 73, and have a great day.
Sorry about that, Michael. I got it right now. Okay, Oklahoma. Perfect. All right, 73, my friend. Take care. KB2UKA QRZ.
Kilo Bravo 9, Sugar Victor.
Kilo Bravo 9, Sugar Victor. Michael, Illinois. Good afternoon. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. 5 and 9. How copy? Over.
Roger. You're also 5-9. You got a little bit of crispiness in your in the voice. I don't know if you can. If it's on my side or what, it sounds like it's a little bit crispy. JR5 and 9, over.
Oh, yes, this is not communication grade audio, Michael. Not at all, not at all. I'm running 10 different components in a studio rack, and this is nothing. This is my regular CQ calling profile. That crispiness took about a year to get. So I process all my audio in a virtual studio rack. So we've got plating going on there. We've got 2 compressors. We've got an Aphex vintage exciter. We've got another exciter. Whole bunch of stuff, my friend. Over.
Oh, yeah, fully understood, yeah. Voice going through all them dips and curves, I understand that fully. It is punching through, it's fully understandable, so that's the important thing. Over.
And with a flip of a switch, there's the bassy one. Over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can tell a big difference there. Yeah, the other one's kind of crisp. This one's a little more, like you said, yeah, a little more bassy. Over.
Yep, that's I'm back to the crispy. Like a Rice Krispie treat. That other one is, that's a 4K Voodoo profile, and I'm not 4K wide right now, so it really wouldn't sound right. But you're doing a great job. Station here is a Sunsdr2dx, Mercury III amplifier running about a touch over 1,200 watts, maybe like 1280, into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical. Over.
Oh, roger. Yeah. Just running the 7300 to one of these little bricks here. One of these Italy bricks. Putting out about 300 watts. It's going into a CHV 5X common antenna there, those little portables. And that's all I'm running here. Over.
Well, doing a great job, Michael. Really, really nice. I'm live on YouTube right now, so if you want to hear how good you sound when we're done, just throw my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube. You'll find my channel. This is the second video I did today, and the timestamp right now is about 12 minutes. So if you want to watch it a little bit later, just fast forward to about 10 minutes, and then you'll find our QSO. Exactly what I'm hearing in my headphones is what you get on the live stream. Over.
No. Yeah, it's very good.
What's up,
to check that out. It's all my voice sounds.
And this is just 3K, Arthur.
Cheap little brick amplifier, and that seems to be okay. One of those Italy jobs. I do get the big stuff, but I only run that on 40 meters. I run the smaller stuff now on 20. And, hey, whatever works. Well, that's all I can say. Experiment a little bit here and there, and whatever works, works. Over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If it's working too long, it's time to break it. That's how I look at it. Time to start from scratch. All right, Michael. Well, you have a beautiful afternoon. I'm going to go for a few more here. Really nice working you the first time. Sounding great. Kilo Bravo 9er, Sugar Victor, KB2UKA 73.
All right, Doug. You have a few more contacts out there, and I'll check your YouTube channel out and see how we actually hear there. KB2UKA, KB9SSV 73s. Have a good day.
Take care, my friend, and if you like it, throw me a subscribe click. Helps get the channel out. 73, KB2UKA, QRZ.
Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta Zulu.
Oh, boy. Wow, 10 over. First 10 over of the day on 20. How you doing, Steve? Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. Like I said, 10 over 9. How copy? Over?
Oh, wow, Doug. I've got you about a 20 to a 30 over here in South Carolina. Sounding great. I was just checking my FTDX10 out here and trying to get my audio right and hooking up a few extra speakers here to where I can get a little bit better receive. And I started to record you here on my radio, and I noticed you said you had something like a YouTube video up that you was recording, but man, you're sounding great here in South Carolina. I just hope I'm sounding about a third as good as you are.
Oh, brother, it sounds good. It sounds really good. So, obviously I know the radio you're on, but I've never used one. I don't know the menu. I don't know any of it. Have you done any work on the internal EQing?
I have done a little bit. The microphone itself has high cut and low cut filters, and I've got a basic voice, Doug, and I don't know if I need to cut the filter or if I've got it cut. I'd have to look at it. If it's too bassy, I can cut the lows, or if it's too high, I can cut the high filter on it.
So what are you right now? You're about 2.8, 2.9 kilohertz wide? Yeah, that's about right, yeah. I like it. You do have a bassy voice. I'm looking at it here on the spectrum. Give me a little bit more audio. And remember, it's how do you want to sound, right? So I would if we're gonna make any changes right now, I would jot down what you have right now because it sounds really good. But it's really cool to make changes when I'm doing the YouTube stream because you could go back and listen. But give me a little audio.
Okay, Doug. I went up to a 60 on the process level. I don't know if that made a difference or anything, but I'm about 4 inches from the microphone and talking at a normal voice, and I'm running probably about a little over 400 watts iffy right now. I cut it back a little bit. I'm about 400 watts on you right now.
Well, sounding good. If you know how to go in there and do a reduction in the 300 to 500 hertz range, so if you could figure that out and go into that EQ and find you could even cut it in the middle and go to like 400 hertz, and whatever it's set on, pull it back 2 levels. So if it's +4, pull it back to +2. If it's 0, pull it back to -2. Do you know how to get to that? Over.
Roger, I'm in there right now in transmit audio, and I'm looking at the parametric EQ and all that. Is that what you're talking about, Doug?
Oh yeah, that's where it would be.
Okay, I'm looking at the Parametric EQ3. Let's see, let me go on up here. There's AMC release time mid, and Parametric EQ1 is 200 hertz. That probably needs to be about 3.
Okay, and now I know what, I've worked with guys doing this before on this radio. What's EQ number 2 set at?
Okay, EQ level is 8. Parametric, let me turn my... Well, no, I ain't going to turn that down. The EQ frequency is 1,300 kilohertz, or hertz, and the parametric EQ level is 8, and the bandwidth is 9, and it's 2,400 hertz on the EQ3.
Okay, so we're not touching 2 or 3. I like where those are. What was the frequency on EQ1?
The 200 hertz on the frequency.
Okay, how high can you make that frequency on EQ1? What's the highest it'll go? I believe it's 300, but it may go higher. Turn it up all the way.
Okay, Doug, that's 700 hertz right there.
Okay, now back it down to about 450 or 400. I don't know if it'll let you go by 50s.
Okay, that's 400 right there, Doug.
Okay, my friend. Now, what is the level?
Level is 10.
Bring that down to 5 for a second.
All righty, how about that, Doug?
Oh, boy. All right, put it at 6.
Okay, boy, I'm glad you're helping me, Doug. Okay, I got it on 6 now.
I like it there. You're gonna hear it. I got such a good copy on you that you're gonna hear the change immediately. So if you have a pen, timestamp right now is exactly 20 minutes and 2 seconds. So if you go watch this back later, go to 20 minutes and then just pull it back a little bit. I don't know, to like 18 minutes, and you'll hear us doing the change, and you'll hear the difference. Now, as many of my good audio mentors have taught me, it's what do you want to sound like? So I loved the way you sounded when you first answered me. I personally love the way you sound now more. But if you like the way you sound the first time, put it back to where it was. But you'll see on my screen, I stretched out your signal. And there's a solid red line. So that's 14.244. And then right to the right of that red line, that's 0 hertz. And then all the way to the right in the bandpass, that's 3K. That's 3,000 hertz. So I was putting my mouse over where I was seeing peaks on your low end. And instead of boosting your high end, the philosophy is cut back a little bit where you push in too much to cause the balance. Instead of pushing up the highs, you said you had a bassy voice, so we cut back a little bit of the low end. I love it where it is. I'd love to hear a little more. Go ahead.
Okay, Doug. Boy, I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. I hope it's gonna do me justice there. But yeah, you're sounding great here on my end, Doug. I'll just be honest with you. And I'm going to take your word for it because I love the way you sound, the modulation and everything. Your voice is it's crisp, it's clear, and you're bassy at the same time. You've got it all just right. The mids are in there. I'm also audio. I've been doing music all my life, setting up music and all that, and I have a recording studio. But it's hard to hear yourself on the radio when you're sitting here. I could use the headphones and do all that, but I figured it was a radio, and I just pretty much done what I could do at the time, you know.
Nah, it's sounding good. You want to try one more adjustment?
Yeah, let me go back in here in the settings, Doug. Can you give me a second?
Oh yeah. So now, the last gentleman that had this exact radio couldn't answer this question. So before you change anything, maybe you know the answer. So you know how we just, I think, what were we doing? 400? I think we were doing 400 hertz. You know how we just made an adjustment on 400 hertz? If you go in now and change 400 hertz to 300 and adjust 300, will it save what you did on 400, even though you don't have it set on 400 now?
Yeah, it will. It will. I'm looking at it right now, and it's still on 400 where we left it, and I backed out of it and went back in it, and it's on 400. But I can change that, no problem, Doug.
Yes, so what I'm wondering is, we're going to change it now to 300. I wonder if it saves what you did on 400 when we change it to 300. That I don't know, Doug. I'm on 300 hertz now. Can you tell any difference, Doug? No, we won't tell any difference yet, because all you did was change to the frequency you want to adjust. You didn't make any changes to that frequency. So what is the level at 300?
Okay, let me scroll back here. The level at 300 is going to be... let me go back up. It's going to be 6, Doug.
Pull it down to 4.
Okay, that right there is 4, Doug.
Okay, put it up 1 to 5, please.
Okay, and that is 5.
Okay, I'm not touching anything else. I love what I'm hearing. But again, you got to go back and listen, and it'll be a very, very clear recording. It sounds great.
Doug, you don't know how much I appreciate you doing that for me. I really do. Man, I'm gonna leave it where it's at. I'm not gonna touch it. 'Cause I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna listen to it on YouTube here in a minute, I hope.
No problem, man. Yep, it'll be there. And if we sign right now, I'm gonna still have the stream on. So what you'll do if you watch it while I'm live, wherever the timer bar is, just slide it back a little bit. Just keep sliding it back till you hear what you want to hear, what part of the video.
Okay, Doug, and I'll add you, if you don't care, I'm going to add you to my YouTube contacts, because I've been a YouTube subscriber for about 20 years, and yeah, I've got a lot of friends on there, and I will subscribe to you, and I'm gonna watch some of your videos.
Oh, please do. I really, really appreciate it. That channel now is about, oh gosh, I think July will be 2 years, and it took about 400 days to break 1,000, and now I'm getting like once you hit 1,000, it triggers the algorithm, and now I'm getting like 250 subscribers a month, so it's been growing pretty quick. So I really, really appreciate the support. You're sounding great, Steve.
Doug, I just want to wish you the very, very best, and not too many people take the time to do what you did, but I'm going to tell you, I wish you 73s, and I'm going to get out of here, and I hope this year is better than last year, and I'm going to say God bless you and your family, friends, loved ones, and everyone, and I'm going to get out of here, and I'll check that thing out on YouTube, and I go by... well, you'll see me when I subscribe on there, because I'll write something. But anyhow, I will go to YouTube here in just a minute, and I'm going to check it out. And Doug, I'm going to let you get back to other contacts, but I want you to know you're sounding fantastic. I don't know what you've got. I know you've got a lot. You said you had compressors and all that. And that makes a lot of difference, too, when you got your compressors right. But anyhow, you have a good one. 73's my friend. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta Zulu, and I'll be clear with you, and I really appreciate it, Doug.
All right, cool, my friend. And I just put up on the screen what I'm doing, so you'll be able to see that too. And I'll talk you out here. So my microphone runs into a USB audio interface. So I have no physical microphone connection to the transceiver at all. And then, so then my vocal audio gets USB'd into the computer. And then in the computer, I use a digital audio workstation. I'm on an iMac. So for iMac, I'm using Logic Pro. And you'll see this huge mess on the screen right now. So all these boxes here are my different plugins. And right here where I'm putting the mouse right now, this is the chain, the audio chain of how the audio is being processed in what order. So I start with a tube saturator vintage preamp plugin. That just gives it a little warmth and makes it sound analog. Then I go into a noise gate so that when I'm not talking, it's quiet. Then I go into what I like to call, well, what NU9N likes to call, soft compression. This is a tiny, tiny bit of compression. Most of the time, it's not even active unless I get really, really loud. And it just takes the edge off a little bit. Then I go into an Aphex vintage exciter. And that really adds harmonics and nice tones, basically to the higher end frequencies. I then go into another exciter. Then I go into what's called a max bass, which is like a big bottom. And I don't even have it turned up here. It's on, but very, very low settings, because this is not my bassy profile. Then finally, Steve, after all that, I EQ. So this is, you'll see, this is what my 3K, my 3 kilohertz wide EQ looks like. I got a little bump in the bass. I'm cutting out most of the mid-range, and then I got a pretty high boost on the high end, right around, climbing up from like 1.2K with a big peak at like 2500 hertz, and then come down a little bit up to 3K. Then I go into heavy compression, which is still not that heavy, but much heavier than the first one. And then a little bit of limiting, just a little bit of limiting to hold it all together. And I got to get real close to the mic to make the limiter even kick in. And then I'm running plating or reverb on a side chain just to give it a little room ambience. So that's the method to the madness here, my friends. 73.
Okay, 73's Doug, and I'm going to let others get back to you. Man, the whole conversation, when you was talking, it was just beautiful. Understand every word you say. And running the power that you're running, and it's clear as a bell. And yes, the compressors make a lot of difference if you get them set right. A lot of people want to put the compressors too high, and their voice just sounds like it's in the background, but what they don't understand, compression is really just something to keep you from over driving. If you put too much, it just well, you know what I'm talking about, threshold and all that good stuff. But Doug, you have a good one, and I'm going in the house, and I'm gonna call it a day here for a little while and drink me a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna sit back and watch your YouTube videos. So have a good one, Doug. Kilo Oscar 4, Papa Delta Zulu, 73, my friend.
73, brother. God bless, and hope to work you again. Take care. All right, I think I'm going to go for one or two more here. KB2UKA, QRZ. Station returning, I'm sorry, very low copy. Right in my noise floor. We'll have to try another time. KB2UKA, Long Island, New York, standing by and listening.
WA9 Foxtrot, Victoria.
Whiskey Alpha Niner, Foxtrot, Victoria, QSL.
QSL, name here is Doug, KOUK, Ashland, Wisconsin, you're 5 and 9, over.
All right, Doug, roger. Name here is also Doug, Long Island, New York, 50 miles east of New York City. About a half a mile from the Long Island Sound. You're 5'8" to 5'9". I'm on 244.000. I don't know if you're running an old-time rig, but you sound slightly off frequency. Over.
Yeah, I am slightly. Hang on a second.
What's up,
Does this sound any closer? Over.
Yep, much closer. What are you running?
A Yaesu FT857D, little mobile radio to AL811H, over.
Oh, yeah, roger. I know that radio. I think I have that radio. I think I've got that radio in storage. I have an FT950 in storage also. Great little radio. Love it. Absolutely love it. I was actually looking at the pan adapter modification for that bad boy, just as a little project, but then I got carried away with the other stuff that I'm working on. Transceiver here is a Sunsdr2 DX, running about 1200 watts with a Mercury III solid state amplifier, which I've had about 2 years now, and it was sold as a kit. And beautiful amp. And I heard they just got FCC approval, which means they can start selling it fully assembled. Great amplifier. And I'm driving a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with about 125 some odd ground radials and a legal limit tuner. Over.
Okay, well, you sound real good here in northern Wisconsin. Don't have quite that set up. My voltage classic sort of stuck at, I think it's a little bit south of east. I forgot to look for when we were outside. But anyways, we got a nice bright sunny day here. We'll skip it your direction.
Yeah, we had we're chilly today. Well, actually warmer than we've been. We're about 30 degrees. It was beautiful out, and we have a snow squall approaching, which will be like a quick hour moving whiteout conditions snowstorm, and then it's going to clear up again.
Yeah, I think that's what we had yesterday or the day before. Yesterday was sort of
What's up,
nasty. We
Andy?
had like 40-mile-an-hour wind with, we had a little about an inch of
Oh, yeah, I'm all
snow in
better.
front, and then we got the wind pushed it around,
Yep. Pretty cool. Glad I have nothing to do today. All right, Doug. Well, thanks for answering the CQ call here. I don't know how long you've been listening, but I'm live on YouTube. So if you want to hear and see your signal report, just put my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube, and you'll find the video. And for your records, we are about 35 minutes into it if you want to watch it later tonight or next year. So I'll say 73D. I'm going to go for one more. Whiskey Alpha 9, Foxtrot Victor from KB2UKA. Welcome aboard, Steve. All right, 73, my friend. KB2UKA QRZ. No other takers. I'll go for one more here. CQ20, Kilowatt Bravo 2, Uniform Kilowatt America, Long Island, New York, standing by and listening.
November 9, Bravo Lima.
November 9er, Bravo Lima, Thomas in Wisconsin. 2 Wisconsin stations in a row. Sounding good here. 5-9, name is Doug. Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Long Island, New York. How copy? Over?
Yeah, very good, Doug. You're 5 and 9 here into Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Listened previously to your QSO, and interesting there with the antenna. Glad to hear that somebody has a lot of luck with a vertical. Boy, you must have really done some work there with the radios and the setup. It sounds great. Over.
Thank you, Thomas. It took a year and a half, and I never even planned on doing it. I put the vertical up July of 2020 after a 7-year break from the hobby. And I said, this thing will be easy to get up. It's just telescoping aluminum. It took me like 30 minutes to assemble. I put the pipe in the ground in concrete. That took a day to dry. And then the next day, maybe I waited 2 days. And then the next day I put the antenna up and I put down, 20 radials. And I had all these plans. I'm on a small lot. And I had all these plans to put up a roof tower on my garage. And I have the roof tower. And I bought a Step-IR urban beam. And I assembled the darn thing. And then we decided that we might move locally to a much bigger home and a much bigger lot. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to put any other antennas up. And for the last year or so, I've been adding 3 or 4 radials every few days. And now I'm up to 125 65-foot radials. And I've ran beam antennas before. I've ran multiple different types of antennas. And this vertical, with that many radials, performs just as well as any other antenna I've ever run. Over?
It certainly proves it with your signal, Doug. You just went up to about 10 over here, and I'll tell you, it is doing a job for you. I messed around with verticals here a little bit. A lot of rocks in this soil here, and in fact, I don't think you'd ever find the end to the number of rocks we got on our property here. Built the house here back in 1975 and had to run a disc and went through and did some rock picking. We never got to the end of it, Doug. And I tried a vertical here. Tried it out in the middle of the backyard using a small number of radios. And nothing for what you've accomplished, I'll tell you. I also tried mounting it on the well casing here and running radios out from that. I had zero luck as far as performance. And we're running a sloper here at about 45 feet down to about 15 feet. on 20. But like I said, you've done the job. You've done your homework, Doug. Over.
Well, you're sounding great. Great signal in here. 5.9, a little bit over. If I could do it over again, which I'm going to be doing it over again when we move, I don't even know what the hell I want to do. This vertical works so well. I don't know if I want to replicate it. I don't know if I want a vertical for certain bands, but if I could do the vertical over again, the only thing I don't like, I'm using a legal limit remote tuner right at the base of the antenna, because 43 feet is non-resonant everywhere, and I can tune this thing 80 meters through 10 meters no problem, and it's a great performer everywhere. It works well on 80. My favorite is 40. I haven't been on 20 meters, I think, in 2 months. But if I could do it again, and I was going to buy a commercially made vertical, I would buy the DX Commander, the big one, the Nebula. I think it's about 60 feet, and it's all resonant. It's basically a vertical fan dipole. So you have however many bands you want to run on it. You've got that many wires, and it's vertical. And the only thing I wish I could do is get rid of the tuner. Over.
QSL. Yeah, very good. Well, I'll tell you, your performance you've got now is really great, and going to the 60, when you mentioned the DX Commander type of antenna, it brought to mind something that I worked on back in the service, that was back, I'm really going to date myself here, back in the mid-60s, Doug, was in the Air Force at the missile sites down around Wichita, and they used what they called a disc cage antenna, and it resembled it was a vertical antenna with the top hat design, but it also had the cage design. The lower half worked, I believe, on trying to think here, drawing a blank. I believe it was up to 6 megahertz, and then the top worked above that up to 30 megahertz. And they ran a full limit on those antennas using a remote coupler and switching design. It was like a solenoid assembly that would switch from one half of the antenna to the other. And those work pretty well with the equipment at those sites, Doug. Over.
That's very, very, very interesting. Thomas, stand by one for a second. I'm sorry. There's another station in there. Go ahead. We had some peanut gallery in the background, Tom. Probably found me on YouTube. That's what happens when I run the YouTube stream. Every now and then I'll get some QRM because they see what frequency I'm on. Very, very interesting, Tom. Well, I really, really appreciate the QSO. I heard my wife just walk in the door. Gonna go upstairs and hang out with her and the kids. I'm 41 years old, Tom. I've been licensed since I was 13 as a technician. Unfortunately, no code, and I don't think I've got it in me now to learn it. And became a general in my 20s, and then got married in my late 20s and had children in my early 30s, and my kids are 8 and 7. So ironically, I took 7 years off from the hobby and put the whole thing together again in July of 2020. So I'm more into this hobby now than I've ever been. Maybe that's because I have a paycheck. I don't know. You got to spend money to do this stuff. But really, really great QSO, my friend. I'm glad we made contact, and I look forward to speaking with you again. November 9 or Bravo Lima, KB2UKA. I'm going to be QRT on your final. 73 and God bless.
You need to turn your audio down. From N9BL. Very good, Doug. Well, like I said, you're doing a terrific job, and keep up the good work. That's all I can say, because you really accomplished a lot with that setup. And I got into the hobby back in the 70s after messing around, like I said, in the service with HF, and knew a ham from upstate New York that got me interested in it. So that gave me the bug, Doug. Very good. We'll catch you later. Hope to hear you on the band. I know I will with that signal. KB2UKA from N9BL. 73, Doug.
All right, 73, my friend. You have a great afternoon. This is KB2UKA going QRT, 73. All right, guys. That was fun. Maybe I'll do 20 meters more often. The peanut gallery guy wouldn't answer me. They just likes to throw... He sounded like the too damn wide guy. I bet it's him. You're too damn wide. Well, he can't say I'm wide today. Today I'm only 3K wide. See? I can prove it. There it is. 3K. So today he had to say my audio's too loud. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, guys. 73. Take care.